What is up, YouTube? It's been a while since I've done a live. Man, it's been a long minute. I just got back. Well, I actually just got out of work. Got out of work a little bit early so I could go to the gym today and exercise. I actually just got back from San Francisco. I recorded an entire vlog there. I was visiting my dad. But unfortunately, I realized last minute that my mic wasn't working. And I realized my mic wasn't working only when I got back here into California. So now all of that's gone, but it's okay. Starting over again. Probably gonna put that into my video a little bit longer from now, but I hope everyone's doing good. But everyone, I want to welcome you to Ask a Dev. If you haven't yet, go ahead and put a question in the message or chat system, whatever, how it goes, and I'll go ahead and make sure to answer that. But what I want to talk about right now, are really the top languages that are really like blowing up right now. Languages that every developer must know. Oh, why am I saying this? Is because for me, I am a developer, as you know. I am a programmer. That is my profession. That is what I do every single day, 5 days a week, actually 7 days a week outside of work too. And that's what I do for a living. And so as a programmer who does it for a living, what do I need to do to make sure I stay relevant is to always stay up to date with the latest languages, who's hiring, who wants what languages, so I can make sure that I'm valuable to my company and to companies I work for in the future too. And so I'm gonna go into it, but let's see who's in the chat room right now. It's been a while since I've done this. What is up, Rahim, JH Mang, Andy EM, Robert Fish, Sky VD, Lackey, everyone. What's up, Luke? Can you guys hear me clearly though? I'm using my earphones right now. Have I ever had a band interview? Yes, I've had a band interview, Andy. I'll talk about that later. Okay, but it's really good to see everyone. What is up, Sean? And what is up, I am. So let's go ahead and let's talk about it right now. So what are the top languages that every developer must know today? Now, when I talk about these languages, I talk about what does it need to do to make sure, let's say, for example, let's say you get fired today, or let's say you got laid off of a job as a programmer, or let's say you're not even a programmer yet, but you want to start working on a language that you know will help you get a job the fastest. Because let's face it, why are you learning code? So you can get a job, so you get paid more. Why do you learn code even though it's so frustrating sometimes? Even though when, like, sometimes I want to like pull out my hair. Like, the reason that you learn code is because you want to have a better life and you're tired of working with the people who treat you like nothing. And so these are the languages that I'm learning right now. Okay, as of right now, what I do know is HTML5, CSS3. I know, oh my gosh, jQuery. I know Ajax. I know JavaScript. I know those libraries. I know, right now I'm working with Ruby. Right now I'm working with Ruby on Rails. I'm really learning the command line now more than ever. Now, the languages that I'm going to start learning very soon, because I'm going to start being a little bit more free in a couple of weeks, are the languages I really want to focus now more than ever as well, okay? Also, I'm learning PHP in MySQL, but I'm also going to really put a lot of focus on Angular 2. The reason I'm putting so much focus on Angular 2 is because, to be honest, it is blowing up. Angular 2, and I'm actually working with this company. I got an email from them today. They actually gave me access to it. Fullstack.io gave me a free book, gave me a free package. I got access to a free book on the React.js course. So I might take a look at that, but I might only take a look at that when I'm on the plane heading to out of the country when I go on vacation for a little bit too. So I got a lot sidetracked. So what language do you need to know today, right? So what I know is, I already told you languages I know. What languages do I want to know? And the reason I want to know them is because they're languages that everyone's knowing. For example, there's Angular. I believe it's Angular 5, right? There was Angular, I think, no, wait, is Angular 4? Wait, what's the latest one? I think there's like, there's Angular 3 and Angular 5. But even though there's Angular 4, whatever it is, let me know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Angular 2 is still the language that many companies are still using today. Angular 2 is still super big. When recruiters contact me, the number one thing that they always ask me is, do I know Angular and do I know React? And I'm like, wait, no, I don't know any of that. And so that's one of the languages that you need to know, and that's one of the languages I really want to know today. The other language that I want to make sure that I know today to make sure that I stay relevant in this extremely competitive industry. The longer you wait to start learning code, the harder it will be for you to get a job. That's why you need to start now. So I want to learn Angular 2 like crazy. I want to get better at PHP. PHP is a must. Now, if you really want to get a job now JavaScript is something everyone should know. HTML, CSS is a language that everyone should know. Now, if you really want to stay relevant and get a higher paying job, I've never said this before, okay? I have never said this before, but it's true. And I see it everywhere. You need to know Java. And I hate saying that. I really hate saying that because I don't like Java. I don't want to learn Java, but it's extremely popular language. So if you want to get a job today, or if you want to make sure you stay relevant, what are the frameworks or languages you need to know? These are languages that I'm making the goal to know is Angular, making sure you know Java. I'll eventually get into that. And other than that, make sure you get into actually React's getting pretty popular as well. And Laravel as well. These are the frameworks. These are languages that you need to know today to make sure you stay relevant. And why do I say this? Because like I look around and recruiters are contacting me all the time, and they're always asking me if do I know this language? Do I know the language? There's a recruiter I spoke to a couple of weeks ago who said, "Chris, we have a job offer for you, and they actually want to pay you $100,000 a year. We saw your YouTube channel. We also saw that you're about 2 years into as a programmer, and we know the language you know, but all these languages, but the one language that client, their client, which would be my future employer, was that the one language that you have to know is Angular, but you don't know it." And I'm like, "Oh, that's fine." Now, I'm not looking to join other companies. I like the company I work for. I want to stay at the company I work for a very long time. But these recruiters are contacting me. And so, of course, if they contact me, I'm just going to talk to them and always keep my mind open for other opportunities in the future. But again, I love my company and I'll be here for a very long time. So those are languages I suggest that you learn. I know that I missed a few of them that are out there that are really important. And if I missed them, please go ahead and put it in the comment below and put it on there, and I'll probably talk about it on my next live video. And before I get into the questions, okay, before I get into the questions, my goal is to actually start doing a little bit more live videos, editing my vlogs. Yes, they're high quality, super high quality videos. A lot of editing goes into it, but man, it just takes up so much of my time, and I don't have a lot of time to do that all the time. So, all right, let's get into this. Let's get into this, guys. Let's see who is in here right now. Let's look at the questions. You know what? Maybe I can actually share my screen with you, huh? Let's see. Can I share my screen with you guys? No, forget that. I won't do that. All right, who's in here? All right, let's see. Uh, what is up, fan production? What is up? Speak up, Sean Quisitter. What is up, Sky? Sky said, "What is the minimum time I have to put to learn the basic JavaScript and PHP?" Okay, Sky. That's an important question, but it's kind of like it's like this. Okay, how much time do I need to put into playing basketball to become an NBA player? If you want to be good at it, if you want to get hired for it, it's like, if you want to be, okay, for example, if you want to get NBA, do you only play as much basketball as everyone else that plays at the park? Or do you want to be the guy that plays the basketball before everyone gets to the park, when people are at the park, and even after people leave the park? Like, depending on how good you want to be, and if you want to make that into a career, depends on how much effort you put. But first of all, what I do think, guys, that you have to put first effort into JavaScript, get good on that, and then go into PHP. That's what I would do. And if you have no job, if you're free, if you're not working at all, put all your time into that as much as possible ASAP. Okay, fan production is asking, after learning JavaScript, what framework should I learn? Learn jQuery, learn Angular. Well, learn Angular. Okay, learn Angular. I think that is a must. Angular 2, because it's still a lot of legacy code. Not a lot of people have upgraded to the later Angular updates. Angular 2 is still number one. It's really important. And why learn Angular? Because even jQuery, I think it's called jQuery Lite. You still use jQuery Lite in Angular. And so you get the both of best worlds. And then after you learn JavaScript, get to Angular. I would suggest getting to PHP. And that's what I would do, to be honest. Or actually Java now, or C#. So yeah, let's keep going. Man, these are good questions, man. If you have, keep asking more questions. This is really fun. All right, what's up, Nick? You chef? Ash Torres says this. Okay, Ash Torres says, "I have a question for you, Chris. I'm currently in college." By the way, check out my Des Light shirt. If you haven't checked it out, go to my website. "I'm currently in college learning computer science, and after college, I want to continue doing IT in university, but then I don't know which path of IT to take." I think in general, just learn computer science. If not, learn software development, software engineering. I think it depends on what you want to do, right? If you want to go into work for like Microsoft, you have to learn C#. You have to go into software engineering. But if you want to go more into web development, away from software engineering, go into web development, learning PHP. But I'm not too familiar with like the school track and how it works, because school's not meant for me. I mean, I School is not even, what is school? It's not even in my vocabulary. But I would just say go into software development. But other than that, if just a general computer science course, just do that. Because to be honest, people don't really care about what you learned when you're in school. As long as you have that degree, you'll have an easier time of getting a job than I do. Because you have that degree, if if people had to choose between someone with computer science and someone with no degree, that person will tend to get like, a higher edge than someone else, unless you're really good at coding and you put in a lot of effort. So that's why it's so hard for self-taught developers to become programmers today. But depending on how much effort you put, you can do it. Yes. Oh my bad. Yeah, Lackey. Node.js is huge as well. Node is really big. Thank you for mentioning that. No, I agree. Node.js. These JavaScript frameworks are huge, but really you have to know Angular, that JS, that's number one. That's more popular than Node. Node depends. It depends from company to company, but mainly what's most popular right now is PHP and Java as in backend frameworks. At least here in the Orange County, from what I see. Okay, all right. Symfony versus Laravel in the USA. I would say Laravel is more important. Christ into Dev, what is up? My brother from the Philippines. Open Alpha says everyone should learn Bash Shell in my humble opinion. Yes, I work with Bash. I agree with that. All right. What is up? Wow, there's a lot, guys. Oh my gosh. By the way, man, how have you guys been? I know I've been putting a lot of vlogs. I've been putting 3 vlogs a week, which is insane. And one vlog takes 3 to 4 hours to edit, and I usually do it super late in the night or on my lunch breaks or super early in the morning. Let me know what you guys think about it. What you guys want me to include in one of my vlogs, put it in here too, so I could talk about it. All right, let's keep going down here. We got, oh my gosh, 50 live people. This is insane. Like, oh, you know what? I don't do this much, but hey, if you watch this, please make sure to like this video. I would appreciate that. The Cavs are back with Thomas. Nope. I'm sorry, fan protection. It's all about the Warriors, man. I'm from San Francisco. All right, Nico says learning JS at Treehouse, and it's awesome. Yes. If you want to learn JavaScript, the basics of JavaScript, Team Treehouse is the way to go. I know I'm working with a Firehose project right now, but to learn the basics, JavaScript, I would say Treehouse, because I haven't gone through the JavaScript course with the Firehose project yet. How do you get a job with no experience, Luke? You hustle. You build projects. It's going to be harder for you. You have to build portfolios. You have to build something you've never done before. You have to, get into the GitHub community, get into the Stack Overflow community, learn from your mistakes, make a lot of failures, and that's how you get better. Build projects. Coding Phase actually made a recent video about the projects you need to build to get hired today, and he gave really good tips. And these are tips I actually know, but I just never thought of sharing it. So that props to him. Manuel, no, I'm not the legend, man. Okay, Andy EM says, tell me about a bad interview you had. This is the, oh man. Oh, this is the, okay. This is crazy. Okay, this is crazy. I can't tell you about it though. Not here. Um, let's just say a top 10 company, a top 10 US company, a company that everyone all around the world knows. I can't talk about it here, guys. I'm sorry. Um, okay, how about the, I want to tell you guys, but I can't. I'll save it for a couple months down the line. I just can't talk about it right now. It wouldn't be smart. So anyway, let's keep going. FinTech, Java, and C# are insanely harder than PHP, but I would recommend that route. Yep, fastest way to get a job, PHP and JS. Best way to learn Python, Ruby, JS, and then C# Java. That is true. I'm learning Ruby. I think Ruby is one of the first backend languages that you can learn if you're not in a rush to get a job right away, because Ruby will help you build a stronger foundation in regards to backend development. Okay. Man, there's a lot of people on here, man. There's a lot of people on here. All right, let's keep going down. I have to go soon because I have to go to the gym and we got Bible study, guys. So I have to head out really soon. Let's see. Thanks, Nico. Yeah, if you, he said Nico says he can get some of the shirts. I sold about okay. I'll get into numbers. I already sold about 45 shirts since the last 2 days, which is really cool because they're about $20 each, including the $5 discount and the shipping, and I have to calculate all that into it, which is pretty cool. So thank you guys for the support. I do appreciate that. devslifeclothing.com. All right. So Zachary, hey Chris, what should I know to land a junior front-end developer job? Okay. I think this is important, and I might make this a title. What do you need? I don't know. Yeah, I already made a title, but there's someone I spoke to 6 months ago who told me that Chris, like he was literally like working 2 night shifts. He was a DJ and he worked at the bar. He was struggling. He couldn't even afford to eat. He only made enough money to make, hey, look, you see Anyway, he only made enough money to just just barely survive, right? And I remember talking to him on Snapchat. I remember talking to him on Skype literally for an hour and a half. When I remember telling him this, dude, I know you can do it, man. I mean, I can just tell your passion. The fact that it's 3 in the morning for you. You're meeting me at my time, which is 12 a.m. for me, just because you want to change your life. I know you can do it. And what he did is that he went to HTML, CSS, JavaScript. He learned some backend frameworks. And now he works for a top tier company and he gets paid double what I get paid right now. It's because he put an effort, and that's his first technical job. And so, like, what do you need to know to land a junior front end job? Is you just have to learn the basics, man. I mean, I've already said it in here. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, that's simple. Get an Angular too, and then learn the backend framework. Look around your area, what's popular. And now you're not going to get a job right away. If you do, then props to you. I got a job right away, but that's not normal. You know what I mean? And so just get into that, dive into it, and you will get hired as a developer, depending on how bad you want it. I mean, man, now is the time. I'll tell you this. If you don't put in the effort to learn code now, it's going to get so competitive down the line, it'll be impossible for you to get a job later. You have to do it now. Even if you only put like a few minutes here and there every single day, a couple times a week, start now because now is the time to learn. All right, let's continue on. Can Node.js replace PHP? Nope. Node.js will never replace PHP and San. IN machine learning, what do I think about it? I think it's huge. I think it's something you have to really get into. But for me, I am a web developer. I'm not into machine learning. It's something that I'll probably learn in the future. But the great thing about this is that as you're building a foundation as a programmer, as you learn Ruby on Rails, as you learn Ruby, as you learn PHP, as you learn Laravel, as you learn Angular, as you learn all these languages, like learning like machine learning and getting to that, like just getting to that industry, yes, it's difficult. But it's not that hard to learn a new language after you build a strong foundation as a backend and a front-end developer. Because what you end up doing as you're learning is that all the languages, when it comes to programming, are really simple. The only difference is the syntax. That's the only difference between these languages. And as you get the syntax down for a particular language, you can learn it immediately. So, yeah. Thanks, Nico. Appreciate it, man. All right. Let's see. David, love you too, bro. Sean, yes, dubs. Devs like Bot brought you there. Oh yeah, guys, I have a Discord channel. Check it out in the link in the description below. I'm on that all the time. What language do you need to know for software development? I don't know, Nick. I'm not a software developer, but C# I think is one of them. What is up, David? All right, let's see. Any more questions, man? Before I go? Any more questions before I go? Yes, man. I have facial hair, bro. But I shaved this morning. You know what I mean? I shaved this morning before I came into work. So of course I got facial hair. Just because I'm Asian doesn't mean I don't have facial hair, dude. All right. Fam is asking this. Do you recommend making websites with a grid system bootstrap? To be honest, if I had to start over again, actually probably will. If I had to make my own portfolio website, I would use Bootstrap because you can make it really easily. It's really easy to work with. And really what people care about when they look at your portfolio isn't the portfolio that's holding the project you did, but they care about the projects within that portfolio. So if I make my website out of Bootstrap, that's totally fine. But what's more important are the projects I put in the portfolio. So yeah. Okay, not if Emmanuel's not a fan of facial hair. What's up with the Devs Life app? There is no Devs Life app, man. I don't know what you're talking about. What is up, Blackie? Yep, working all day. David Yang, what am I gonna do at the gym? I have no muscle though. Like, look how pale I am, dude. What's gonna go on the gym today? On Sunday, or is that Saturday? I did squats. So I did legs and then I did my back. I didn't go to gym for Sunday and Monday, but what I'll be doing on Tuesday is that I will. Oh yeah, that's today, right? I'll be doing chest today, chest and shoulders. All right, Gaza. I do not have a GitHub. You know, this is the funny thing, right? Is that people would always say, you know what? This is how you know that Chris is a real developer by looking at his GitHub. Like, just because I don't have a GitHub account with my project doesn't mean I'm not a real developer. I got hired in 3 months. Everything I worked on was not on GitHub, right? For example, we're using Beanstalk app right now. That's not GitHub. We're using other repositories, other websites instead of GitHub, and that's where I upload all the things I work on in my company. But just because I don't have a GitHub does not mean I'm a real programmer. That makes no sense at all. I don't know where people get that up as the standard. Now, it is true. Companies will hire you depending on if you have a GitHub account. But like, I got hired in 3 months. My first job is here at my company, and all my projects are with here, right? And so like, why would I need a GitHub account? And it's sad that people would think that this, Chris, if you're a real developer, you have a GitHub, have all these projects, but no. I mean, to be honest, if I wanted to get really big as a better at a programmer, I would stop doing YouTube. If I quit YouTube, I would be the best programmer. I would be 10 times better now as a programmer than I am at this current moment. But where am I putting a lot of my effort in? YouTube and coding. And I do a lot of things with church and I teach, right? I teach the Bible. And so things out like I don't have time to just put something on GitHub. But what am I doing? I'm learning languages that I use at my company. And because I get real life experience rather than just from Treehouse or Firehouse Project, but I got real life experience with actual clients, working with clients that bring us so much profit every single year. What I do there compared to a GitHub account, for your opinion, that's nothing. So I don't know why people care about that. I mean, if you want to see proof, I'm a programmer. Look at my other videos where it shows me vlogging within my company. If you want to see that, that's evidence within itself. I don't need to prove that to anyone. All right, fan production. I plan on doing about 2 or 3 live videos a week again. Man, I need to focus again. No, I haven't considered software development. Chris Yee, nice name, bro. Chris Yee says this. Chris, I know you didn't go to boot camp route in the beginning, but I'll be starting mine very soon. Do you have any recommendations on how much I should know before I get the most out of it? Which boot camp are you going to right now, Chris? Which boot camp do you plan on going to right now? Let me know. Well, what I'm doing right now in bootcamp is, I think that you should know HTML, CSS, and the basics of like JavaScript before you get any of that. That's what I would do. Let's see. Anything else? I got to go soon. All right, what's up, David? Nick, how come you don't forget all the languages you know? Well, the languages that I work with right now, the languages I'm learning, the languages I actually use at my company right now. So that's why you don't forget it, because you use it all the time. But to be honest, if you do learn a language, but you don't continue to use it, you will forget it. For example, there's a backend developer at my company, and what he does is that he was the front-end developer here. I came in and I took that position. Now he's mainly a backend developer. He doesn't even open his emails anymore. And when he was given a task to do something in the front end, he said, "Oh my gosh, Chris, I forgot so much of the JavaScript I used to know, because all I do is PHP now. All I do is backend development." And so you need to be able to do it all the time to be able to get good at it. All right. Anything else? All right. Any more questions on here? I gotta go. I've been on here way too long. I have to actually go. So Steven says, definitely appreciate your sacrifice. It keeps me going. You and Coded Face. Thanks, man. Really do appreciate that. Laptop recommendations for junior developers, Sheldon. I will be going into that, but get the cheapest laptop you can possibly get. You don't need a good laptop to become a programmer. All right, man. Anything else? Dev Mountain? No, Chris, you're going to Dev Mountain, man. Oh my gosh. Did you already sign it, dude? You got to go to Firehose Project. You know what? I'm going to get a discount code for the Firehose Project, where if you do sign up with them, you're going to get $100 off your first month with them. So if you want to wait on that, I'm going to get the discount code soon. I'm pushing them to give it to me soon so I can help you guys out. But if you do plan on continuing with Dev Mountain, bro, let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I got to head out. I've been on here way too long. So appreciate all the support, guys. Love you all. If you have anything, leave a comment below. Thank you for everything. Let me know what you want me to talk about on my next vlogs. I'll see you guys later. The reason I did live videos is because I couldn't upload a vlog today. Thank you all. See you guys later. This is Krishan. This is Life Web Developer, and I'm out. Peace.